Hi, HAI friends. Tony here at the 2020 HAE International Virtual Global Conference. We're now making our way to pay a visit to the conference exhibit booth of our diamond sponsor, BioCryst. Now, as we walk up to the booth, we can see, oh yeah, that the Chief Executive Officer, John Stonehouse, is here to speak with us today. Hey, John.
Hey, Tony, how are you?
I'm doing great. Well, John, thanks for opening your virtual booth for us and giving us the opportunity to ask some questions that are often posed by HEI friends when they visit the booths at our global conference. So let me start off by asking and saying, first of all, we do understand that BioCryst has a very unique approach to conducting its business. Could you share with us today the company's philosophy and its principles?
Yeah, Tony, I think the uniqueness comes in our approach. Our approach is we do it together. No one person in the company is bigger than the whole, and we're unified by working on things that make a difference, and the belief that we need to go fast because patients are waiting, and that go fast actually. It's not a slogan. It actually came from your conference in Orlando in 2013, the first HAE summit, patient summit I'd ever been to. And I met a mother who had HAE, and her son had HAE as well. And he had passed away that spring. And she said that he had always wanted a pill or a capsule. Had always asked his mom, why isn't there a pill or a capsule for this disease? And she looked me dead in the eye and she said, go faster. So we've used that as real inspiration in our company.
Wow, that's an incredible story right there. We all know that HAE definitely is a fatal disease, and that really does make it real. John, obviously these are difficult times, and we recognize that COVID-19 poses significant challenges, especially to companies like yours in terms of doing business. Do you foresee any impact on your clinical program or your regulatory timetables because of what's going on with the pandemic?
Yeah, we're in some ways we're in a really good spot because the big trials that provide the data for our application for approval, that those pieces of those studies are done and they've been submitted. So that's a good news. It's a fluid situation, so it's kind of hard to predict the future in these days. But the interactions we've had with the Japanese authorities, the FDA, and now Europe, because we had our submission validated in late March. So far, so good. So we're planning for a number of launches coming up real soon.
Great. We're all looking forward to that. That's for sure. John, how does BioCryst view the importance of working with patient advocacy organizations? Obviously, you've come to our conference and we greatly appreciate it, but what's your view with regard to how you interact with us?
Yeah, it's paramount. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just super important to all of us in our company from top to bottom, and we make it a priority. We've learned so much from you all about the disease, about how to navigate clinical trials, and now the importance of bringing them forward into the marketplace. And so and one of the things, we're starting to move into other rare diseases because our focus of our company is oral drugs for rare diseases. And I have to say, having worked with you guys now for, God, I think it goes all the way back to 2010 when we first got introduced, so a decade. It's a really special patient organization, and we couldn't be happier to have the relationship that we have with you all.
Well, I think that feeling is certainly mutual. John, could you also then share for our HAE international friends out there, BioCryst's vision for HAE in particular in the coming years?
Yeah, our goal, and you've heard me say this before, Tony, is to get this drug approved and available to patients around the globe. And I said Japan and the U.S. and Europe are the first three that we anticipate will be our first three approvals, but we won't stop. We'll go everywhere around the globe, because if you've got a medicine that patients want, it just seems wrong to not make it accessible and available to everybody who wants it. And so that will be our focus. And I don't know how long it'll take, but the goal is to get it to everyone around the world who wants it.
That's a very noble goal, to be sure. And that really gets us into another related issue, and you touched upon this a little bit, but maybe you could give us a little bit of additional detail on the status of your current HAE clinical program.
Yeah, it's in what I would call maintenance mode right now. We've got two studies, Apex 2 and the extension of that, and then Apex S, which is the open label safety study. Both of those trials are running. Our team has been working with the clinical investigators. That one of the challenges of the COVID outbreak is getting drug supply to patients in clinical trials and the like. And team and the sites and the patients have all been very resourceful, and so far, things continue to go really well.
That's great. That's good to hear. So, John, as we come to the end of this virtual visit to your excellent BioCryst booth here at Global Conference 2020, is there anything else you'd like to say to the global community? Because the floor is yours.
Yeah, thanks. The relationship that we've built with you guys is really, really special to us, and important. And the community has just been an incredible inspiration to us, because, as you know, the path has not always been smooth. And in our business, there are lots of setbacks, and we may be a little company, but we had a big bodacious goal, which was one pill once a day. And we're on the cusp. And so I'm just incredibly grateful to all the patients and the patient community for helping us get to this point, and look forward to that relationship getting even better in the years to come.
Well, John, that's fantastic. And on behalf of the global HA patient community, thank you for giving us a little window into your excellent Global Conference 2020 booth. And thank you for your support of the global HA community and for this conference.
Thanks for having me, Tony. Always good to talk to you.